I can't believe Isaac actually removed Gordon's leg. Spoiler alert. Hey gang, I'm JP and welcome back to Talking The Orville on Egotastic FunTime. Today we're going to have a great time talking about what turned out to be somewhat of a controversial scene in episode 5 of The Orville. In this episode, Priya, the crew, rescues a stranded ship captain played by Charlize Theron, who turns out to be hiding her true intentions from Captain Mercer, and eventually creates a time paradox that will hopefully be addressed again in a later episode where Ed and the crew go on an adventure through time where they have to try and put right what once went wrong, as well as get a passing grade on their high school history report. Excellent! But what I want to focus on today, guys, is the B storyline from the episode. Gordon trying to teach Isaac, the ship's android, the meaning of a practical joke. Priya starts with the crew watching an episode of Seinfeld. Isaac, being a non-organic life form with no concept of emotion or humor, just doesn't understand what the rest of the crew finds so humorous. Junior Mint or no, how can a surgical mishap be funny, right? Oh, and in case you haven't figured it out yet, which I don't know why you wouldn't, because it's pretty damn obvious if you ever watch Star Trek, every ship or every show has this type of character, but Isaac is the straight man, you know, like Spock or Tuvok or Mr. Data, or exactly Mr. Data. He's Mr. Data. But when Gordon finds out that Isaac isn't grasping the human concept of humor, he takes it upon himself to teach him the ancient art of practical jokes. This entire storyline to me was not only hilarious, but it completely pushed the boundaries of comedy in the show. I mean, when Malloy played a practical joke on Isaac by putting Mr. Potato Head pieces on him, I literally laughed my ass off. I don't know about you. He pulled Isaac's leg in a way that was totally unexpected to me. But when it was Isaac's turn to pull Gordon's leg, he literally did just that. He took Gordon's leg right off.
You're sick, dude! I mean it! There's something really freaking wrong with you!
Now, I'm choosing my words very carefully when describing this leg scene right now, because apparently the YouTube robots have no way of discerning the context of what I'm telling you. They just, you know, see certain words, and if they don't like the words, they're gonna give your channel a strike because they're jerks, and when they give you a YouTube strike, they take away your ability to live stream for 3 months, which is exactly what happened to this channel last Friday. But I'll get more into that in a later episode this week. So keep an eye out for that in a video I call YouTube is a bunch of dickheads that can suck my balls and put my their ass. But it was this extreme prank that let me know that the Orville is completely confident in their writing team and their actors and their premise for the show. They can and will go as far as they want, and it'll be believable to us because they have the benefit of hundreds of years of knowledge and technological advances to explain away any scenario they can dream up. Hey, here's a fun thing you might not have noticed when watching the episode. Here's Gordon hopping around trying to find his missing leg. When the leg does finally show up again in Priya's room, it's much longer than it's supposed to be. I don't know how they're going to explain that away. So besides most of us loving this exchange between Isaac and Gordon, some of you were none too pleased at this prank, as it turns out. I've gotten tons of comments from people saying that this type of humor is inappropriate and disgusting and that they're never going to watch The Orville ever again. What? I don't know, maybe the situation hits too close to home for some people. I'm not sure, but what I am sure about is that the show was definitely not trying to make light of disabled people or anything like that. They were just trying to show how an android who can easily exchange or remove his own body parts doesn't understand that doing that same thing with a human is completely inappropriate. I don't care whatever sports beverage you drink says. Humans aren't machines. If you try to take your arm off like an android could, you're gonna have a bad time. But look at the bright side. At least the show didn't spread pieces of a main character all over a desert planet, taking Captain Mercer, Bortus, and Isaac on a treasure hunt in a dune buggy with a space cannon in the back to collect all the pieces, only to lead to one of the lamest plot twists in sci-fi history. Before? Come on. Okay, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about today, and I talked about it. How about you? Do you think Isaac's leg prank scene went too far and crossed the lines of comedy that should be drawn here, this far, no farther? Or are you just the type of person that doesn't get upset enough over this stuff to break all your little ships? You can let me know by joining the conversation below. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to my stupid show, you guys. It really does mean the world to me. And special thanks to all of you out there who have been sending in these awesome conversation starters in the comments of my videos. You guys inspire much of the stuff that I talk about in the show. You really do. plagiarism. Additional shout out to Talking the Orville superfans Manya, Baker, Newhouse, and Romaine, who have just made pledges this week on Patreon to help support future episodes of the show. You guys are my favorites. We should totally hang out sometime. I'm lonely. And a reminder that I'll be live streaming every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time while the Orville Season 1 is still in progress. Yep, even when they don't air an episode this week. We need to talk about the krill, you guys, so jump on board and we're gonna chat. I'll see you next time, and as always, I hope all your times are egotastic fun times. Love you, bye-bye!
Egotastic fun time, we're gonna have a great time. Egotastic fun time, give me all your money. Give him all your money. You will find it funny. Just give me money. I love money. Give me all your 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 money.